G'day, this is Trigger Happy 112. Today I've got a Caernarvon replay for you. It's been a while since my last update. I've had a few things on, but I hope that in future I'll have a more regular updating schedule. Now, as you can see by the team list, this is a tier 10 game, which is not ideal for my tier 8 heavy here, but we'll see if we can still have some fun with this game. Now, most of the higher tier heavies on my team are heading over to the east, whereas myself, the Centurion, the Object 430U, and the Tiger 2 are heading over here to the west. This is normally the direction I take on this map, because I do like playing around the castle up ahead, especially in a tank like this, which has pretty decent frontal turret armor and boot depression, in my opinion. Now, we've spotted the E50M, and we would obviously expect more enemies over that side. Hopefully our two faster tanks are also covering the middle of the map so that we don't get flanking shots into us as we cross this open area. And they have managed to chase off that RU-251. I see if I can get maybe a shot if that E50 over there tries to push over the hill to take out our tanks, but it doesn't look like he wants to play that game. The E50M is still the only enemy tank spotted right over on our side, and the heavy tanks on the eastern side of the map have now encountered the enemy. Now, normally I would go up and over the castle, but sometimes you can get some really nice sneaky shots into the side of enemy tanks that don't expect you to come through here. By now I would normally have expected to have spotted more enemy tanks, but still the E50M is the only thing over here. So I'm pushing around to see if I can spot more enemy tanks or get some shots into the side of this E50M. I do hesitate here because I'm afraid of being shot from the left, but it appears that there are no more enemy tanks in this area, so we'll just push around the corner here and see if I can get some shots in.
Enemy armor is damaged.
So I'll get one shot in, and not a second, he gets taken out. So now myself and all of these tanks with me will just push up. I pull back slightly just in case I was spotted. I do not have sixth sense on this tank, so I don't know if I would have been spotted, so I just pull back to go unspotted again. Now as we move around in this sweeping advance, we do spot the T95. He's got pretty heavy armor, so I wouldn't expect this tank's gun to go through the front with normal armor-piercing ammunition. But in the side is a different story. I do aim for the fuel tanks on the back of the tank, which are a little bit more vulnerable, and that looks like it may have damaged the fuel tanks. That shot there was just wishful thinking. Maybe I could have hit the tracks or something. I stop to take another shot, and I think about taking a shot into the hatch, but then aim for the tracks instead. I can slow him down, which should make it easier for us to flank around the sides into the weaker side armor. Our heavies on the west have also heavily engaged with the enemy heavies, and we are quite a few kills up at this point. There's the T95 again. I wait for him to come out from behind the buildings, so I keep pushing forward anyway. See if we can get a good shot in. Finally we get a nice damaging shot into the weak side armor, and we'll follow it up with a hit, but it doesn't damage, but it's still nice to get the shots on. And I have no shots on that VK100-01P. Once again, I'm facing a bad angle of the T95, so I don't think I'm going to go through, so I go for the tracks, but he gets taken out. So we keep pushing, because there's pretty much only the VK100-OP left over this side. And at the same time that I get shots on, there's a team kill, which is not ideal. And I get a shot into the side of the turret of that tank. Don't know where that shell went. I don't expect to get through the front of the turret, but I do aim low, but he gets taken out. Same with this S1. There's not many enemy tanks left, and yeah, there's a little bit of drama going down in chat, which is sometimes fun to read, but It looks like maybe there was a deliberate team kill there because of a disagreement between two players, which is never good to see. And the fact that Sir Drunk a lot immediately turned blue is a pretty good indicator that he quite often shoots his own teammates. So right now it looks like that we're pretty safely going to get a win, but still need to be careful because the enemy tanks are all concentrated in one point, but we are flanking them from 2, almost 3 sides. Now I make a mistake here, not just cresting the ridge in front of a defender, but where I placed my shot, as you'll see. Yeah, I put that straight into that highly sloped front plate that was never going to go through, and he punishes me for it by putting an APCR round straight through the front of my tank. I'm tracked, but I don't bother repairing my tracks because I don't think he's going to fire another shot at me again, since he's got this Tiger 2 bearing down on him. And that missed shot there was pretty much my last chance to do damage this game. I don't think I'll reach the last 3 enemy tanks in time to do anything to them. So we'll just speed this up a little bit, get to the end. And yeah, no way I'm going to get to that E100 in time. But still, this is a reasonable game. Obviously would have liked to have done a lot more damage because there's pretty low numbers. But it was still pretty fun, and we are going to get the win, which is nice. So thank you for watching, and no matter what game you're playing, good luck and have fun.